Hello, everyone. So we are here to discuss pH scale through a simulation. And before we begin, let us first understand what pH is. pH means potential of hydrogen. So we are measuring the power of hydrogen or how many hydrogen ions are in the concentration. So we have here samples, and then we have here the pH meter. We have here the faucet, water here, and then to dispense that. So we are going to test samples. Let us start with water. Let's put water here. Okay. And then let's put the nozzle. So you have a pH of 7. So if the pH is 7, that means it's neutral. And by type of water, we mean to say the commonly the distilled water. Okay, not the typical tap water because the tap water still, if not filtered, contains minerals. And minerals can affect the pH of the water sample. So it is mostly distilled water. Okay, free of minerals and metals. All right, let's have another sample. What do you want to try? You want to try? I think you're curious with vomit. What do you think is the pH? The pH is 2. So why do you think the vomit is a strong acid? A pH below 7. So that means any number below the 7. So it's 2 below 7? Yes, it is. So therefore it is acidic. Why is it acidic? Because the vomit is an excrete from the stomach. And what do we have in our stomach? We have gastric juices. We have acid. What type of acid? That is hydrochloric acid. We have hydrochloric acid in our stomach that aids digestion. So that's why the pH is 2. And then let us try to dilute. What do you mean by dilute? We will put water. Okay. What do you think will happen to the pH when we add water? Okay. What will happen? It becomes the pH increases. So if the pH increases, does it become more acidic or less acidic? It is less acidic. The higher the pH, the less acidic it is. So from 2, it becomes 2.38. So it is way, way less acidic. So when we say dilution, it's more like if the sinigang is too sour, you want to add water, right? Some would put salt, but still you would put water. Or if the adobo is too salty, you would put some with water. So it means you want it to become less in concentration. That's why you are putting water, or in chemistry we call it dilution. Okay? Yeah, you want to put sugar. Yeah, that works as well. By the way, anyway, let's try. What are you curious of? Okay, we had the vomit. Let's try the spit. So compared to vomit earlier, vomit is acidic. The spit is way basic, less basic. Why? Why do you think the spit is basic? It helps maintain oral health by neutralizing acids in the mouth, so it contains proteins. Sometimes in water, that's why it is way more basic. Anyway, let's add. It becomes less basic, right? 7.21. If the pH is more than 7, then the pH is basic. Okay, let's dispense that. All right. What are you curious of? Let's have. Are you curious? Battery acid. Battery acid contains sulfuric acid. That's why it is an acid in terms of pH. What's the uh pH scale? Oh, you try it on yourself. I'll try blood. So our blood has a pH of 7.40, and it is slightly basic, right? Our human body carefully regulates blood pH because even small changes can affect health. So it's important for you to eat a balanced diet because if you eat too much sugar or too much meat, it becomes acidic. Okay, and it just leads to health issues. Let's delete that. It becomes less basic, 7.21. All right, let's try last one. What do you want to try? How about coffee? What do you think is the pH of coffee? It is acidic, I bet. It's acidic. That's why it tastes sour on your mouth, especially the strong coffees. It tastes sour in our mouth. It has an aftertaste of sour because it is acidic. What's the pH scale? Can you comment down? Try it on your own. I won't try. You can try the rest. How about mm, drain cleaner? It is strong. Drain cleaner is has a pH of 13, so it's mostly composed of sodium hydroxide. That's why it's a strong one. Okay, it becomes less basic when you add water, when you dilute it. If you don't want too strong, too corrosive, and then you dispense it. Yeah. And then if you want to try another sample, this simulation is from Pet, Colorado. Yeah, that's it. Bye.